Hi, 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 hi. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Aries, I'm so sorry. I'm a half hour late, 30 minutes late. So let's get right down to the reading. You know, it's the new moon in Taurus, which will be the 4th of May coming up. And I'm reading for the first half, which is the new moon cycle. And what I'll do is lay a new moon spread. How am I going to do that? Well, you're just going to get a look. Take a look. Take a look. I'm using a deck called the Tarot of the not the lady. This is an Italian deck. What is it called? La Dama. The female, the woman. The Tarot of the lady. The Tarot of the lady. It has to be. And then my VERA SIBILLA, hello there, welcome into my room, welcome into my room. It's the 1st of May here, and it's a national holiday. It would be close to what is in the United States called the Labor Day. I know you don't have that, you don't have the May 1st as a national holiday. So, 7 cards up. 1 card focus, 7 cards down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's gonna be long. It's gonna be long. It's gonna be long. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, what are we looking at? All right, we're looking at Aries, the first 3 cards, and I'll show you that. I'll show you, though, I have this shine. There you go. I have the shine coming down. Who knows why? I know why. Wait a second. Okay, now we've got some nice light. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. The first 3 cards are going to tell you, Aries, what you released during the full moon period. And they are none other than the 3 of Swords, the 4 of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. This is a mixed bag. What did you release? Generally, of course, I could say, look, Aries, look, Aries, you did release matters of the heart that were long forgotten. I mean, there were crusts. You know, when you bruise, you get bruised, and there are crusts. Well, those crusts are coming off. They have come off. But there's also this 4 of Cups and then the Ace of Wands. Now, the 4 of Cups is also talking it to you about, Aries, a situation that not only is old hat, but a situation that, you know, a person, okay, we're going to say a person who does not give you any physical satisfaction, okay? And when I say physical satisfaction, I don't mean sex only, Aries. Now, you're thinking. What I mean is that you like, not only, you like to argue a little bit sometimes. You want somebody to tell you, to put you in your place at times when they give you a good argument. And that just didn't work. That didn't happen. And that's a story. I'll call it a story. That's something that you have left. You release that in your mind every single month for the past year. It's been going. It may be gone. It may be gone in the terms of boy meets girl, girl meets girl, boy meets boy, of a relationship, because it's no longer serving you. It has no longer served you. But then we have these 3 cards that are coming up to the focus, 3 focus cards, and they talk about, all right, so what's going on now, Aries? What do we have? We've got the 7 of Wands. We've got the 7 of Wands. All right. Then we have the 2 of Wands. It's cute cards, these are. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles. Now, it's interesting, apart from the 2 sevens that there are, and then there's the 2, 2 sevens and a 2. where are you now? You're at not at a crossroads. I don't want to say that this is a crossroads, but you are at a point where you're confronting yourself. And what is that confrontation all about? That confrontation is all about, are you ready for the future or not? You know, you're asking yourself. I thought you were. You're telling yourself. It's like, you know, playing tennis back and forth. What's with you? I thought here you are. You're writing to that person and you're getting them all excited. And then what are you going to take a step back? You know, so there's this tick, 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 because the Aries person is very bold, you hear this all the time, the trailblazer, the trailblazer, the trailblazer. You know, the leader of the pack. And then instead, what do we have here? We have here, but usually always, we have an Aries that's really soft in the center, you know, in the gut. They're really soft and they're really, you know, they're childlike inside. And sure, they have this, you know, tremendous energy to go forward, and even where no one else goes. But only afterwards they see all of the things that they've done, all right? And so where are we now? We're afraid that maybe, you know, I took one step a little too far and maybe I should have gone slower. And then maybe. It's tiring, Aries. It's very tiring. So what do we have now? What are you going to create now with this new moon? The new moons are all about creating. What are you creating now? And I'll show you the cards that we have. We've got some, thank God, for some of the good cards. All right, so then we have the Six of Cups. What are we creating? The focus, the Strength card, and then the Six of Wands. Hallelujah. What does this say to you? What are you creating in this backward, forward, sideways dance, Aries? We've got, and in any case, a person from the past has come back. We know that from the past, from a past life, from a past your youth, from 10 years ago, from 2 years ago. There's someone there now. And you're garnering your strength slowly but surely, because you know you're finally coming face to the situation where in the past it was always in arm's reach. You know, you just, when you were getting there, it just went away. Now it's there. And so all of a sudden, you know, you're taking a step back. It's really lovely to see. But let's move on in the spread. Then we have three cards that talk about what is emerging then for me. I'm creating that. What is emerging for me? And then I have the Two of Swords. Quite interesting. Then the Chariot. La, wah. And then the Queen of Wands, which is you, Aries. What do we have? You're really, truly coming into your own. How is that? Well, the Two of Swords tells you, you know, you're creating a sparring partner with that other person. You know, you really are. Even if you're not creating it, you're creating a situation whereby they are going to react as a sparring partner. And you love every minute of it, because all of a sudden that person is becoming, wow, they weren't that bold. They weren't that outspoken. They weren't. And all of a sudden they're reacting and adapting to you, and all of a sudden you're seeing yourself through their eyes and you're seeing them through your new eyes. It's beautiful, and I see this tremendous development, tremendous growth in this period, Aries. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And of course, this Chariot tells you that willy-nilly you're going to move forward with this person. You're going forward. So then what do we have? We've got the last three cards that talk about how to bring my goals to fruition. You know, and of course, half the battle is won if you know what your goals are. But let's see what the cards say. So we've got the Nine of Cups. How do you bring them? They are there for you already with the Nine of Cups. And then we have this Three of Wands. How to bring my goals to fruition. And then the Judgment card. These cards are very, very clear, Aries. They're telling you, It's now. This is the time. This is what you want. This is what you got. And not only, this is something that is being created, constructed, built on firm ground, because with this person, there was not now, this was past, there was past life in your youth, but it is being built on firm ground because you know each other. It's the kind of knowledge of each other where you say, I know you know that you know, I know that you know that I know. And then, of course, this justice cards tell you, Aries, this is karmic. This karmic person and poor person, you know, because from the cards, it seems like you're making them go absolutely crazy. They've just learned how to deal with you. And now you're going to change, as they say, the cards on the table right in front of, you know, before their very eyes. And they're just scratching their heads saying, I knew that. I knew that's the way she is. That's the way he is, you know. And it's very, very, very interesting. Let me take the runes. Let me hold on. My runes are right over here. Let me take these runes. I was going to use the Sibilla, but I won't need them because these cards are really, sometimes I may, but not now. Let me take these runes and see how they give us, what is their sentence, their final ruling on the new moon and the first half of May reading for you, Aries. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I heard something. Here it is, right at the top. What? Here it goes. Look at this. Isn't it cool? I want to use it. Isn't it cool? All right, look. You've got a rune called Rido. It's Merkstave, meaning that it's, you know, upside down. And Rido is a journeying rune. And when it's Merkstave, of course, it tells you that, you know, you're going not around in circles, but you're going where you should be going. It's here. It's not, your journey is here. And of course, we know that because the Chariot also came out. But, and I'm not going to rain on your parade, Aries, we've got this rune, which is called Manats. Manats. And it was Merkstave. Manats talks about two people facing each other. It's all about humanity. And it's Merkstave telling me to tell you, look, Aries, of course you have loftier goals, and you do have, you know, your eyes are seeing way far over those trees. But you see the forest, but in the middle of the trees, you see that person there who's sort of hidden because he or she is just part of the, you know, 10,000 projects that you have going on in your mind and on your back burners at the same time. Lo and behold, we do have this beautiful rune, Algiz, which is the hue tree, and it is Brightstave that tells you you are under a beautiful, my mother always used to say to me, where are you going without any umbrella? You're under an umbrella. You're under protection. You're under protection. Now, there is a rune that came out way, way at the bottom, and it's called Urus, and it's Brightstave. Urus is so, so difficult. Urus is a rune that tells you, Aries, look, you can change the cards on the table if you like. You can make that poor person go absolutely cuckoo. Of course, if you don't have a person in your life that this may refer to, this also means somebody that you're partnered with on the job, in a business, someone who has to do with you, has something to do with you day in and day out. But Urus tells me that you can't escape this facing this person. You can't escape facing what you've put into place, what you have enacted, what you have for so many months, I would even say years, brought to fruition, as this last part of this spread talks about. You need not to hide, but go right into the lion's mouth, because this is what you want. And you need to face up to yourself. This is what the runes are telling you. You need to face up to yourself, because when you look into that mirror, it's you And that's the person who was making up all of those plans, back burner, front burner, this, so this is telling you, you have to go through this rite of passage. But we've got Fehu. Fehu is also, and this is the last rune, that Fehu is the rune that tells you, look, no matter what happens to you, you are abundant. You are abundant. Now, when you hear that word abundant, people say, oh, would I eat too much? No, you are abundant in that you walk down the streets, you go to work, you're smiling, people smile at you, to you. You think about that other person, back burner, front burner, wherever, but then somebody else comes across your path and, let's go out to lunch, or what? Hey, let's go for a cup of coffee. You are a one-track person, but the abundance that you have around you, the people around you, the young people, the older people, the people that smile at you, that show you that your love is being turned back to you, coming back to you, is very strong this period, Aries. And, it's like you're walking on a cloud. You can't do anything wrong. You can't do anything wrong. Thank goodness. I hope this was of help to you, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. And like or share my videos if you appreciate them, and subscribe. I would love that. Now, I turned off the video and I'm going to go read everybody, and then I'll say goodbye. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye. Until we read together again.